Hello, class and Dr. Webster. So, when I think about this question, I tried to think about the emotions that I felt when I was in my adolescent years, and it was just too hard because there was just so many, and I just all just jumbled. So, I wanted to tag along with some other people who talked about social media in their post. So, for me, social media, it started really becoming on the rise when I was in high school. I remember downloading Facebook when I was about 12 years old, but not really using it for any other reasons other than messaging my friends back and forth or posting silly pictures that are so embarrassing to look back at. Um, but it was very innocent at the time. And then I remember downloading Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter about midway through high school. Um, and it was just like reading people's updates on their day, seeing pictures of people doing fun things, and that's about it. It wasn't like a scapegoat for me, it was just something I would do when I was bored. Um, and as it's evolving, I think children, they're obviously born into, technology, and they get involved with social media at such a young age. And when I compare social media now to what I experience, I think there is just a lot more content nowadays to find. And it's kind of like you go into a rabbit hole of, like, if you're watching YouTube, you go into a rabbit hole of hours and hours of videos. Um, and there's just a lot more exposure to certain things for kids these days. Um, so that was the difference that I found. Some advice that I would share with adolescents today is to just go outside, honestly, and enjoy the outdoors. Like for me, when I was a kid, one of my favorite things was being able to, go outside and hang out with my friends and play tag or ride my bike or go on a run, walk my dogs. And I think a lot of children today, even myself, I do it all the time. I get stuck behind the screen for hours, wasting my time looking at dumb things. So I would just encourage them to do more activities. It doesn't necessarily have to be outside, but just doing other activities that don't involve you staring at a screen for hours. Um, the four different parenting styles are authoritarian, authoritative, permissive, and uninvolved. Personally, for me, my parents were definitely the authoritarian in that category. They were very strict parents, and they gave me very little opportunity to make my own decisions. So they were very controlling of what I did, what I said, you know, and I was never really able to voice my opinions. And I think that it's definitely impacted me today when I look back at it because I do find myself not being confident in my choices that I'm making, very indecisive. um, and having a hard time voicing my opinions. And a lot of it roots from fear, the fear of being wrong or the fear of not being heard or listened to. But I've definitely grown a lot and I'm starting to become more confident in who I am. But I thought it was really interesting looking back and realizing how my parents' way or how their styles of parenting have affected me today. So thank you for listening to me.